Oh, did I leave my water over there? Hello, everybody! It is Tuesday! Where's my water? Can you refill it? Thank you. How are we doing tonight, everybody? It is Tuesday! What are you grateful for this Tuesday evening? As we are working our way towards Thanksgiving, folks, Thanksgiving this week. It's a real holiday, I'm telling you. Do you know who made it a real holiday? We'll have that in tonight's trivia. Hey, Jen! How are you? Happy Tuesday, kitty. Good to have you here, everybody. Jen, great to have you live. Haven't had you live in a while. It's great to have you here. Thrilled to have you. Hope all is well with everybody tonight. Tell me what we're grateful for this Tuesday. What are you grateful for as we kick off Tuesday? Boom! Another day done. Moving this week right along. I'm grateful for the store being closed on Thanksgiving. I'm there with you, you know. That's one of the 4 days a year that we're closed. And, yeah, I'm good with that, Jen. It is a real, it's a real holiday. Well, he declared the Thanksgiving, but who made it the Thursday in November? I guess that's my useless trivia. Of course, you Illinois people always have to pull Lincoln out of everywhere, you know? You got Lincoln right there on your mind, you know, the only state that accepts pennies in their toll booths. But another president made it this day in November. There was Thanksgivings all over the place before that. It was never consistently celebrated until it was made in November by this president. That is my useless trivia for you tonight is that you can share around the Thanksgiving table with you, yourself, and I, because that's all allowed around the Thanksgiving table. While you're in the bubble, you can talk to yourself. Lincoln was a pretty good guy. I'll give a lot of credit for Lincoln. I don't like the commercial that I think it's TBS is running right now where they have him, where they have somebody dressed up as Lincoln saying, "This is the worst theater party I've ever been to," or something like that. I don't like that to him. But that is good. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good day today, Kitty. You know, I mean, another good day of sales, especially with where Illinois is in things. You know, I mean, it's really hard out there. The roller coaster is real, okay? I mean, you know, yesterday was dismal, today was bright. You know, I mean, it's like that every day. You don't know which way it's going to go. But the important thing is where it goes over time, and that's what's really important to keep in mind with your sales is where you're holding over time, over the week, over the month, and making decisions based on that, not based on one day's sales. Because if I were to look at the, you know, yesterday was a bad day, or today wasn't a good day for me to look at upcoming schedules with yesterday's sales, for example. I'm like, you know, why would I want to put people on? But today's sales, you'd put lots of people on, you know, so it is, you don't make decisions based on that. So, you know, that is really, really important. Well, because I can smell dinner, I'm going to get this party started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. I'm going to get us going here with the Good Morning, Good Night book because I can smell dinner, and it smells really good. Rebecca cooked tonight, and it smells really good. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is where we go. And tonight we are on page 188. And this is perfect for this week. Good morning, and for our community, good morning. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Repeat. I like that. Hey, Kathleen, great to have you with us. Great to have you here. So yeah, I have two things to talk about tonight to keep us succinct, if there is such a thing, because again, I smell dinner, and I didn't get it beforehand. And it's isn't dinner always better when somebody else cooks it? I mean, I'm just saying, isn't? Huh? My peanut gallery says here. Cassandra is like, oh yeah. So I'm on that. But I did want to talk again about the roller coaster because I have heard so much about it from you guys, and I've heard the fear this week, especially in the last week or so with it, where you have these sinking feelings in your stomach. Your stomach goes, with sales from day to day, and really it is tremendous highs and tremendous lows. I mean, I get it, okay? I'm seeing the same thing too, but I'm also seeing this nationally, and what I'm seeing with it, because as the keeper of all your numbers, everybody's numbers, I don't kiss and tell, but I look at it all with you at a high level, okay? So I'm seeing that you have terrible days, like there was a blizzard outside and nobody came out. And, I think I've even used the term the other day. I asked the question, did they even unlock the door? Which is worse than my days of, did they remember to turn on the open sign? Okay, did they even unlock the door to let anybody in? But then you have the direct polar opposite, where the register is full, and there's no direct rhyme or reason to it in our COVID, in our pandemic world that we're in. Okay, what makes people come out on Tuesday and not on Monday? Next week they could come out on Monday and not on Tuesday. And sometimes it's 2 days in a row they don't come out. They don't come out on Tuesday or Wednesday or Saturday and Sunday. And that's just sort of what we're all dealing with now. So you can't look at the short game again. And again, this is a marathon, people. This is a marathon. And I'm not much of a runner, although I did do a triathlon in high school. Three times I did it. I have the t-shirt. There is proof. I have the t-shirt, and I say it still fits. Hey, Julie Jankowitz is with us. My peanut gallery is laughing. There must have been something funny on TV. But this is a marathon, and we are taking time, and it's okay to take a breath sometimes. Okay, stop, take a breath. We're in a kind of survival mode, but it's because there's no direct planning. So you have to look at things from a sales perspective over time, and over a month, over a week, over a month. Do not make your decisions on one day's sales. Do not make your decisions on one day's sales. No, you can't, Kitty. You need to know where you are just to know where you are, although looking at year to date can be kind of scary, but you need to know where things are falling, but there's no rhyme or reason to it. Huh? Oh, you're talking to the dog. So, you do need to be aware, but there's going to be a huge asterisk next to this year's sales. Okay, and to this year's traffic and receipt counts and everything else, okay, because none of it makes any sense. And sometimes we'll get, so don't do that, okay? If I had made the upcoming schedules based on yesterday's sales, okay, we might have a person working between, I'd be running with a lot less staff. Okay, but that wouldn't have handled today's sales. So it's a balancing act. There's no perfection. It's about doing well or doing good enough these days. So don't beat yourself up over it, and don't give yourself a heart attack over it. So that's my big lesson there. I do want to thank all of you that forced my staff to get out to take the peanut butter cups out of the boxes today. The orders of peanut butter cups that came in today, I do appreciate all of you for motivating my staff to take it out of the box. They're like, oh, we got to open both cases? Yes, because of the various flavors you all ordered today. So thank you very much for that. I greatly appreciate not only the business, but that it motivated my staff to have to display the peanut butter cups. And now we will sell even more, which kind of sucks because I do like eating them when they go outdated. I'm just saying, it's about, again, balance. Isn't all of this balance? We're teetering on balance here and how we all balance everything. Hey, Vita, good evening. Great to have you here. So just keep all of that in mind as you balance, okay? We are walking a balancing act in all of this, and that is how we get to the other side. So then my next thing that I wanted to cover tonight, my number 2, because again, I can smell dinner. I can smell dinner here. And my peanut gallery is waiting on me, is saying thank you to your employees, okay? And this is what is she a doctor of? Okay, well, she calls herself a doctor. And Dr. Cindy, was how do you say thank you to your employees? It's something a lot of us struggle with this time of year, but it's really an all-year thing, okay? Thank you shouldn't be just for the holidays, and so it's a mindset, it's a company culture and it's the same as giving. So think of Thanksgiving. Separate the two words, thanks and giving. Okay? The holidays should not be the only time you say thanks, and it shouldn't be the only time you give. Okay? We should create a culture of giving throughout the year. And that's donating throughout our communities, and I think most of us are really good at that. We're really good at giving to our communities. But we're not always good at saying thank you and creating a culture of thanks within your business. So here are 5 ways to say thank you, okay, without saying thank you. So one idea is solicit their ideas, okay? Okay, and here's an example, okay? Pepsi's CEO, former CEO, Roger Enrico, one year sent a video message to the corporation's thousands of employees saying they should take ownership of the company. Janitor Richard Montanez took it seriously. He pitched Enrico an idea for a new product that he created by dusting the company's popular Cheetos with chili powder instead of cheese powder. The result? Flamin' Hot Cheetos are among the company's top sellers, and Montanez, who never went to college, is a marketing executive worth millions. He didn't set out to create a gold mine sack. In fact, he was just trying to salvage a pile of Cheetos rejects that had come through a malfunctioning machine without any cheese dust, so his family could eat them. But Enrico gave Montanez the same attention and respect he gave to the corporation's product development team. Now Montanez is one of the company's most enthusiastic ambassadors. Hey, Kelly, great to have you here. So listening to your employees, taking their ideas, and that's really the next part of this. Let them solve the problems. I'm big on this, okay? I am a huge fan of, and that's not just because I don't want to do it, but I want to hear their solutions. When an employee brings me a problem, my first question most of the time is not to give the answer, even though I probably have one. It's to ask, how do you want to solve it? What do you want to do? Or encourage them. We had a customer situation today that, my employee felt terrible over, that she shouldn't have given up $10 so easily. And I rewarded her and complimented what a great job she did with that and how she handled that situation and diffused the customer situation. She did a fabulous job. So letting them solve the problem instead of, and when that solution is 80% of the way you would have done it, the fact that it didn't involve you, regardless of what it was, saved you money and saved you time. So, and it creates a culture where they're allowed to deal with that. Accommodate their personal needs, okay? And especially in these times, accommodating schedules, and, you know, I hate when I have to do schedules more than budget-wise, just because of accommodating everybody's needs. But the ability to do that, okay, says volumes. You know, I mean, we talked about it the other day. I talked about it on this show, even where, you know, we have a whole bunch of requests for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off. Days were open. And, you know, Cassandra and I talked about it, but, you know, rather than denying them, we're letting them fly because we'd rather have the workforce. Not that we want to have to cover some of this, which we're going to probably end up having to do, because it's a lot of key holders that are asking for time off. But I'd rather cover that and have the goodwill than have a sourpuss employee there, and they will like us more for it. So especially when we let them, when they know how many we're covering it, and that we didn't mind rolling up our sleeves and doing it. Reward them for good deeds. An example that they gave was Hardee's presented a 17-year-old employee with a $1,000 check simply because he offered his arm to an elderly customer who was walking to her car with the aid of a cane. He was washing the store's windows at the Knoxville fast food restaurant when he spotted the customer, who told the news media that she felt a little touch of heaven when she took the teenager's arm. The owner of a McDonald's in Florida told the news media that an employee who jumped out of a drive-through window and ran in front of a coasting car to help it stop is just that kind of guy after the heroic act went viral on the internet. A customer had lost consciousness while placing her order, allowing the car to drift forward, with screaming children in the back seat. Allowing staff members to react according to their own consciousness and then rewarding them when they do can encourage more helpful behavior and get the company some positive publicity in the process. You don't reward them because of potential for positive publicity. You reward them to reinforce the behavior. You know, you are reinforcing the kind of behavior and the kind of culture. This is the way you say thank you all year long. Involve them in service projects. Businesses that give back to the community are as popular with their own employees as they are with the recipients of the charity. And it does matter, you know, that these things are aligned with your business goals, but aligning them and explaining why you do things, like I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago that Cassandra and a bunch of employees went and decorated our trees. We have a couple of them for the town's Festival of Trees. Well, it's not just about decorating it and showing off our business at the Festival of Trees. It's about what that supports. And what they auction those trees off, and that supports the mayor's fuel fund, okay, and provides money to people that need heating assistance throughout the winter. And it's a very valuable service. It gets us out in the community. It gets them involved in creating this thing, and they actually start saving items for it and creating the theme all year long. So it's involving them. It's little ways to say thank you. You know, these ways that we thank our employees all year long by involving them in these things. So this is why this is important, because, you know, we thank and we give year round. It's not just for one day a year. It's not just for the holidays. It's important that we do it year round. And you guys are great at it. okay? Sometimes we lose sight of it. I mean, we're carrying a lot of weight on us this year, okay? We're carrying a lot of weight on our shoulders as we've navigated our businesses and our companies and our team through this pandemic. You're navigating a lot of stuff, okay? But doing these things keeps it right all the time, okay? Keeps them engaged, keeps them as part of your team all the time. And that's why it's so important. So keep that in mind as we navigate this week of Thanksgiving. Keep that in mind all year long, that thanks and giving is not just for one time of the year. That's my message for you tonight. You know, this video and everything we talk about here, everything we talk about goes out of narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. You find all the files organized there, and you find the link to the YouTube channel You're Not Alone Running This Store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when another one drops. And it's also there to keep everything organized so you can share it with everybody in business that you know, so we can get everybody, butcher, baker, candlestick maker, tree salesman. The tree salesmen are out there right now to get us to the other side. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish. Is where I'm here. You find me here, and if you have a question in between, you just email me. You email me at Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. Kelly, I smell dinner in the background, and it smells fabulous. And Rebecca made dinner tonight, and I am all down with that. I got the grumbellies going on here. I will be back here tomorrow night at More 8 Than Ish, but we start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is where we start it. And tomorrow, Kelly, I promise I'll even talk some more about our after Christmas sale, because you and a couple other people have asked about it. So don't let me forget, but I will talk about that again tomorrow night. Because that's real important. And I want the mindset of planning ahead for after Christmas. There will be an after Christmas, people. There will be. You heard it here first. The Jewish guy said there'll be an after Christmas. Who knew? We start the program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night. The Good Morning, Good Night. Tonight we are on page 188. If you were not here at the top of the program, our good morning is good morning. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Repeat. Our good night tonight is good night. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Repeat. There's your graphics, folks, helping tie the shoes. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abramson. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, an inauguration, a latke fest. I don't know. We're going to party again, and when we do, I will be there with you. Maybe we'll have vaccine parties. I don't know. I'm just a nut. But we will do in-person events again, and I will be there with you. I can promise you that. But I will be back here tomorrow night at More 8 Than Ish. More 8 Than Ish. I will be here. And until then, until tomorrow night, know that you, and most especially you, yes, you're not alone running this store. I'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. Have a great night.